magic in my book. Well, basically, as technology improves so much, a lot of it becomes magic because you can actually send fireballs or lightning through your hand, like stuff like that. So as magic becomes, well, not exactly real, it's just explainable by technology. So as it becomes real, uh, I want, yeah, see, that's why I want an artist city in the center of Washington State because I want to, well, I want to run Life Coach. Life Coach, I want to be the Life Coach director of the United States. So I would want a lot of artists because I want to, yeah, see, there's already a lot of companies that want to make androids and that want to make all these types of things, but there's no design companies. But they're not design companies. I don't want design companies. I want people that actually, yeah. So they would have to be neuroscientists and things like that to know what people like. But I also want to make beautiful things like hair that changes color, or hair that does things, hair that starts on fire, hair that sends out particle beams and glows and stuff like that. So I would want cool hands that could send out lightning or fireballs and different wavelengths and different forms. So it's like turns stuff to ice, those kinds of things. So that's kind of an art form, really. See, that's why you want all these artists in the same city, is because a lot of what I would design are it wouldn't be my company, it would be a government company, or it'd be kind of just a grouping of artists. A lot of what they would design would be in their heads first. So it'd be drawn out or pictures and stuff like that. And then you'd have other people turn that into reality and actually make those machines. But you'd have to get the artists close to the scientists actually making that. So you'd need them in the same city so they can actually be around it constantly. So the artists can actually talk to those people and go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So you need one city that's actually doing that kind of stuff. It would actually help the entire United States if we did that. We would drastically increase the time period of how fast we went into the future if we did that. See, if we spread them all out everywhere. See, because there's going to be Android design companies and other companies all across the country. That's not what I want to do. That's not at all what I want to do. I want to be the influence. The influence, kind of the spreading influence that where it spreads from. So you'd want all the artists in one place, so it spreads from one area. But you'd want different art forms because New York's going a completely different direction. I know that. Well, not all of them. There's a lot of artists in New York. There's probably quite a few of them that would love to join me. I'd love to have you. Love to have you, buddies. Love to have you. Anyways, so I'd want a lot of it to be magic because you want to start with the magic and then you want to talk to a scientist and be like, how do you make this real? Well, I don't currently know, but let's try. So you'd want those people in the same place. You'd want a lot of theoretical scientists around the artists. So you'd want, well, yeah. See, theoretical scientists like me need to be around artists. That's why I'd like to team up with DeviantArt. I know they have a lot of this kind of stuff on their website. I'd love to team up with DeviantArt and pay a lot of those artists just a salary just to constantly make art and give them a nice, secure place to live and free food and stuff like that, like Microsoft and Google do. So they just have a safe place just to continuously make art for the rest of their lives. Just go and 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 go. Because you'd want them around these other people so they can make art and go show people. So they become friends with these theoretical scientists. But these theoretical scientists, these life code researchers, well, I would want them traveling around the world and country constantly because they're going to be the influence on a lot of these engineers, mechanical engineers, and scientists. So they would be the influence. They would go to companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, the other ones that I don't know of because I live on the West Coast and don't really know you on the East Coast. The East Coast, the North Coast. I don't know the Canadian ones. I hear there's trees there. I've been there a few times. The South Coast. Don't know any of your companies. I hear there's some stuff down there. I've heard of that. Again, I don't get out much, but I heard there's some stuff there. Again, the Middle Coast, I hear there's some cornfields, some wheat. Not positive. Not positive what Android companies you have there. Not sure. Not sure. But I'd work with you. Again, I was raised on the West Coast, so I'm just going off the ones I know. Keep on saying that. But yeah, so you don't want these artists to be around the life code researchers so they can talk, and mate and do other things, whatever people do. I think they do stuff like that. Not sure anymore at all. Not sure. But you want them to have influence like that because, yeah, artists just make artists. So artists just make art. So they would need to be traveling a lot too. That's why I want the city to be, well, no roads. I want them walking. I want them getting out. I want them doing things. That's why the city shouldn't have roads. It should have different walkways going up different ways, different types of transportation all over, trains, tubes, things like that. So you end up in these weird places because I want to get the artists thinking. So I don't get them walking around the city constantly, just thinking. Yeah, and they're going to be high as fuck like half the time. So, yeah, it's just safe, kind of. I don't know. I can drive high as fuck, safely all the time. But people disagree with that. But I use technically top secret CIA different things to do that correctly. So you probably shouldn't follow my lead. Probably shouldn't. But I am a secret government employee, so I am quite highly trained. At least I hear I'm quite highly trained. It's more like Archer. I don't know if you watch Archer before. It's kind of like that. I'm pretty good at being a top secret agent, like really good. But yeah, I like to be completely toast like half the time, but somehow I get the job done every time. I'm that good at being a secret agent. Yeah, it's tricky to be a secret agent like that. It's pretty hard. They cut me off recently because they're idiots and think I was being dangerous. But as a highly trained government agent, not dangerous at all, actually. I'm one of the safest people in the city, even including police and sheriffs who drive around that are more dangerous than me. But they like to make it look like I'm dangerous, though I just like to go with them. So yeah, because if you don't go with them, then they can't go against you, and then you can't get them in trouble. Like recently, they put water on my windshield to see if I wouldn't wait for it to go away. So I just went for it, and then they cut off my car like the next day. It was funny. They're so stupid. It's easy to play with them, actually. It's really easy to play with them. Local police and FBI. When you're a secret government agent, it's actually really easy to play with them. It's pretty easy. It's pretty fun too, actually. It kind of is. Kind of is.